This time in the garage, we're doing cars from Bring a Trailer from last week.
All right, first car. Who is this?
Me. 57 years owned, 1962 Lotus Elite Series 2.
$92,000.
I thought for a Lotus,
too.
This is a good looking car. I don't normally like them very much.
I like the wheels.
You don't normally like Lotai?
Nah, I think they look kind of like
Lotuses?
Fieros.
Huh?
I don't know. They don't appeal to me much.
Name a Fiero that looks like a Lotus.
This was a good looking car, in my opinion. I even kind of like the different colored top.
I like it.
It's good blue. Looks like it's been through the rotisserie.
Yep.
Pretty heavy restoration.
These are a fiberglass body with a central spine frame. So the chassis is just down the middle.
So you're sitting on fiberglass?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That could be disturbing.
Yep.
1200cc Coventry Climax.
Isn't it funny how below 2 liters going to CCs kind of makes it sound better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we have any interior?
I saw one somewhere. Look at all this stuff. It was in a bag.
Jay Leno. Or people are with Jay Leno. Anyway, I think that's good looking from most angles, and
It's fine. It's got a spare wheel.
It has a downside of being right-hand drive. I might be willing to accept that in this case.
Oh, look, you can conveniently store the windows in the back of the seats.
That's handy.
Yeah.
You can conveniently store fuel in the trunk.
Uh-huh.
And a battery.
Right under the conveniently stored tire in the back seat.
Anywho, next.
Yeah, it's cute.
I think these cars weigh like 1,200 pounds or 1,500 pounds or something like that.
Flat bottom.
Basically a go-kart.
Yep. Lots of stuff to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a beard?
How big of a beard?
Mm-hmm.
You would need at least a Soren-sized beard.
Yeah.
You can't own this if you don't have a beard?
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Have you ever seen an owner of one of these not have a beard?
I've never seen one of these before.
It needs to be gray.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting there.
Very, very gray.
Yep.
Is mine gray enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're right on the line.
I'm right on the cusp.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You think the committee would allow it?
You're almost ready.
The beard needs to match the roof.
Oh, I'm not almost ready then.
You're almost ready.
Oh, yeah. From here? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not looked in the mirror?
Yeah, I look in the mirror occasionally. I mean,
is it when your hair's wet?
I always look in the mirror when I get out of the shower, yes, but whatever.
Well, we didn't need to know
Next.
that.
That's what most people do. They get out of the shower.
Too
and they're
much
like,
information there, Soren.
oh,
jeez.
1965 Lincoln Continental convertible in a nice green.
Look at that color.
I think this is we had a Lincoln recently that was brown and done up.
Yeah, and you didn't like it.
This is more. I picked it.
I picked it.
We both picked it.
Oh,
And this is a more pedestrian sort of version that I also like.
mm-hmm.
That doesn't have a roof.
Does not have a roof,
Which is fine if you want to get shot.
It's interesting to think of a Lincoln Continental not having a roof, really, because I don't know, it just seems a little bit off. But I thought it was kind of cool.
Someone's hit something.
In the underside?
Yeah.
These things happen.
Sure.
You know,
I don't know that I've seen one in that color.
I kind of like the shape.
I haven't.
The shape of that car, just in inside profile. It's very.
Oh yeah. It's a
there's
great
bit of a dent in one side.
Yeah, it's just a nice, good chunk of car.
Looks pretty good with the top up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That or Lotus?
Hmm.
Fair.
Well, I'm going Lincoln.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I'm torn.
It's not the best year Continental, but it's a
It's
Continental.
a pretty good Continental. I don't know if I would fit in the Lotus.
Probably not.
So I might have to pick the Lincoln just because I could actually drive it. Although
It's probably a good
I
thing to
think
have.
the Lotus is better looking than the Lincoln.
Sure. Yep. It's probably more fun.
The Lotus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't fit 9 people in the Lotus. Arguably, you couldn't
Well, you
fit
could
2
fit
people.
9 people in the trunk of the Lincoln.
All right. Who's this?
Not me.
Oh, well, this is me. 2003 Alpina. I didn't read that word. Roadster.
Saw the picture.
Yeah. I thought it was a Z8. Blah, blah, blah. Next.
I like that.
Yeah, but it's ruined.
I don't think it's worth
It's not.
some number larger than $295,000.
It's kind of.
I guess the other thing is, I don't know that I've seen those in silver.
Well, they usually have hard tops.
I think that one,
And-
That too.
that has a hard top.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure one of the pictures was it with a hard top on it.
Well, I closed my eyes.
I like the wheels a lot.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Yeah, that's the best part about the Alpina thing. The rest of it's ruined by the Alpina thing.
The best part's the hardtop or the wheels.
The wheels.
Wheels
How is the rest of it ruined by the Alpina thing?
Well, they put a worse engine in it. They're all automatics.
But they put great wheels on them.
They did.
By worse, do you mean less good? Because
Yes.
it's probably still not terrible.
Just not as good as the one in the regular Z8.
Well, you can get a regular Z8 for about $100,000 less than this. That's for superior.
Cool. Let's close it.
So we're picking the Lincoln over that.
Well,
Yeah,
I would just because I don't
I'm
want to
just
spend
disappointed in myself.
$300,000 car I don't want.
And Bear's disappointed in himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me. 1958 Alfa Romeo Giulietta Sprint 5-speed. It's another example of a car that I just think looks good. And I'm not sure that red would be my preferred color, but
It's an Alpha.
it's not bad.
Why do you not like red for an Alpha?
I like those wheels, despite being what I think are probably just steel wheels with a hubcap on them.
Yeah.
Because I've seen Alphas in like a dark blue that are more appealing to me than this red. Although it's a good red. I wouldn't be unhappy if I owned it.
Seats aren't great.
Nope.
It's a little bitty engine.
It is a little bitty engine.
It was also.
I mean, it's a big engine,
CCs.
but it's a little bitty displacement.
It's a big engine that is tiny.
Uh-huh.
It's all tiny. Tiny this, tiny that.
I still think it's a great looking car.
Sure.
It's a very good looking car.
I'm also not sure if I would fit in this.
Oh, you'd fit in it.
You just might not go very fast.
You'd have to probably shave the beard.
Is the beard not allowed in an Italian car?
No, you need
Maybe
a beard,
trimmed,
but it's got to be
like a trimmed beard.
Yeah, it's got to be trimmed.
Stylized.
Yeah.
In order to fit or in order to be permitted?
Yeah, permitted.
Yep.
I mean, you could go no beard.
What if I was just rogue? Italians like rogues.
No, they don't.
They love it.
Mm-mm.
Good looking little car.
Yeah.
Is it better than a Lincoln?
Sure.
Not for me.
Is it? No.
It is not better for me than the Lincoln.
I like it better.
I like it better.
Well, I don't know what that means. Are you picking it over the Lincoln?
That's a typical Soren move.
Is it?
I like it better, but I'm not going to pick it.
Yeah. I like it better, but not for me.
I think for me to drive, the Lincoln would be better. But I like the Alfa more. It's because I have the ability to have complex thoughts.
So which one did you pick?
Which one did you pick? It doesn't matter if you both pick the same one.
I think I picked the Alpha.
Well, so did Bear. So then that's done. It doesn't matter.
You don't pick?
I don't have to.
I'm curious.
If I'm buying one, they're the same price, right? Basically $71,000. Although the Alpha may not have sold.
$58,000.
Okay, so 71 probably would have been enough. Maybe it would have been enough. I'd rather own the Alpha.
Okay.
Good thing we got that solved. 91 Lancia Delta HF Integrale 16 valve with the mods. The mods. Sold for 90,000 $. I like whatever the mods I can see so far.
Do you?
I like the extra wide body.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Whoa. I've only seen one picture of this car so far. But from what I'm seeing so far, I don't hate it. It's got race car mods,
Definitely got race car mods.
Volkswagen coolant tank, BMW power steering reservoir, engine work, turbo work. Ooh, what's this? This looks good. 400?
400
kilowatts.
kilowatts. Yep.
So that's like 700 horsepower.
Yep.
I think it's
It
like
is not.
350 horsepower.
559.
That's a lot.
At the wheels.
That's a ton.
That is a lot of horsepower.
I'm loving it. I like the goofball.
Don't like those fender flares.
I like them. They're goofy enough. And box flares. They just make that car look good.
I think there's too much.
Wasn't it 500 horsepower?
559.
Yeah, that's fun. All-wheel drive?
Wow. This or the Alpha?
Soren?
Alpha.
There.
Oh, I'm going this. I think someone said 550 horsepower.
559.
559
560.
horsepower.
I'm going
Got
with
side exit exhaust.
I'm going with this only because this is probably something you wouldn't want to drive a lot.
Would that go on the wall?
Yeah. But I agree with Soren that the flares, I don't know, something isn't right there.
Well,
They look kind of goofy, and I don't understand what's going on with the width and the offset of the wheels.
yeah, the wheels aren't wide enough to make that all work.
Do you think there's like weird hub spacers in there?
And no,
No.
I think they widened the suspension.
Yeah, it's like they widened everything to get a flat diffuser or something back there.
Maybe.
But I would see if I could put wider wheels on there.
A lot of pictures.
We're zooming.
Let's do what?
I said, let's do next.
I'm not done looking at these yet.
It's all the same stuff, just over and over again.
Calm down.
He doesn't like red cars.
I just feel like it's somewhat redundant.
Somewhat what?
Redundant.
Again?
Redundant?
Oh.
Redundant.
Yes.
So that means good.
I could have exited and just
No.
gone and found a picture. I just want to see.
Yeah.
Boy. All right. This one's going to be easy to say no to.
Oh, God, you're such a
Next.
whiny little boy. What is this? Oh. This was my other one.
Your other what?
My other awesome modified car. 89 Mazda RX-7 Turbo 2 Mahara Mod 6.
I think
V.
that's a Mariah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah
Yeah.
Mode 6.
See?
I
think
just
I
kept
did
thinking
better.
what you said, and it was messing my brain up.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely messed your brain up.
Now, if you didn't think the other wide body was bad, what do you think about this one?
Well, luckily you found one that's worse.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a head-on picture before I
Like
could
the
really
seats?
evaluate
Yeah, the
that.
seats are cool.
Steering wheel
Wood
is terrible.
steering wheel is pretty
We,
good.
we've seen that.
Whoa.
We've seen that steering wheel in something else not too long ago.
They've gone with the McDonald's paint scheme
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
signed by that guy and that guy too.
Yeah.
Whoever they are.
Yep.
Is that Dan Gurney and Don Knotts?
James Haggerty.
Dan McHugh.
Don't know who that is.
That's not who I said it was.
All right.
I'd like to see a straight-on front picture if there's one.
A straight on front picture.
There's one.
Yeah, well, that doesn't help
Whoever took these pictures is terrible.
Yeah.
because it looks like the front doesn't have too much fendering out, where the back has quite a lot.
But the front's
it
got a lot.
does. Yeah. I think where they went wrong here
It
is
does.
they went
It's like wings almost.
jelly bean flares instead of box flares.
Well, I mean, that was the body kit, the makers. It's
Well,
got super
yeah.
traps on it.
Yeah, super traps.
That or the Lancia.
I'm going Lancia.
Okay. So am I. So we don't care what you say.
Good.
All right. 1971 Firebird Trans Am 455 HO 4-speed. And a lovely blue.
It's not a bad blue.
I like the blue with the white stripe.
Yep.
You don't see many of those.
Sold for 123 years ago.
Bid
It's
to
now
95.
95.
Bid to.
Oh, bid to.
Great looking car.
What is the white hump extending through the hood?
Power bulge.
The shaker?
Whatever that is. What is
Yeah,
what is
That's
that?
shaker hood
shaker.
scoop.
It faces the wrong direction.
Huh?
So that's part of the air intake,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but it faces back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not ram air.
Cow induction.
Okay.
There's all kinds of way to get fresh air.
Cow induction is one way.
I accept that.
Look at that. Those are just good looking. And that one looks lowered to me.
It looks low, the proper amount.
Yeah, I think so.
That's how they should sit.
Yep.
What's up with the anti-mud flaps?
Go ahead. Explain more.
So there's things in front of the wheels that would be mud flaps if they were behind them.
Those are aero devices.
What do they accomplish?
They push the air around the tire,
To prevent it from cooling?
cooling the tires.
Hey, what's the point of pushing the air around the tire?
Where to reduce drag?
Does that actually work?
It might.
It does. And it did in 71.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's aesthetically unpleasing, and
I think it's great.
I don't think it probably does anything
I
useful.
think it goes well with the fender vent.
Yep.
Could be top tier Trans Am.
In fact, I think that whole system probably just increases drag.
That's a great picture right there.
Yep. I like the horse behind it.
The stylized horse sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
It had a 71, 455 formula. Wasn't an HO.
What is the HO?
High output.
Oh.
And it wasn't a 4-speed.
It was an automagic,
Yep.
and therefore inferior.
Kind of a plain Jane. Yeah. Brown on brown.
What is the 70s?
All right. Pair this or the Lancia.
This?
This. Lancia.
Yeah, this.
Lancia?
No, this.
This?
Yeah.
Soren?
Well, I'm not a big Firebird Trans Am sort of person, but I really kind of dislike that Lancia. So I'm going to go with the blue one.
Okay. Next. All right. This is one of mine. 1967 Volkswagen Beetle in a
Sunshiny, happy color.
pretty good orange.
Mm-hmm.
Hate the roof rack. Always hate the roof
Why?
rack. I just never like them on those.
You know, on
They look
a
fine.
Beetle, that almost kind of makes sense.
Got a 2110
Ooh.
dual Weber style carburetors. I don't know what that
no.
means.
Is that the BC Racing of carburetors?
It might be.
Aftermarket copies.
Might be BC Racing carburetors.
Color orange pearl spelled with a K.
Or Timu.
Yeah. It's got
Oh,
good
they're
seats. Are those
surprisingly-
Recaro style?
Surprisingly good
These
seats.
are from a Mark II Jetta.
It's amazing how good Recaro is at making seats.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but they do it the best.
Lots of other people do it too.
Well, I'm just saying it would be amazing to me if Recaro was good at making.
Recaro is not
Something that
the
wasn't
BC
seats.
Racing of seats.
They are not. They are definitely not. But the Weber style carburetor is.
Assuming it's just a Chinese copy.
Hmm.
It's a lot of exhaust not in the car,
Questions are being answered.
which I consider to be somewhat unfortunate.
What questions did you have?
What was going on with this exhaust?
It looks like it's just aluminum taped on.
Yeah, that question was answered.
I think that's isn't that the Stinger header exhaust
Yeah.
solution they always
Yeah.
have?
I mean, if you're doing it, just put the dang stinger on it.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Well, they would just have like a 3-foot tube sticking out the back
Yeah, that would look better.
instead of whatever that is.
Ugly.
Uh,
And whatever wrap stuff is on there makes it look like crap.
I guess I like the orange more than anything else.
I think I like the engine most.
The stance is a little.
Besides the carburetors.
The
stance is
A
terrible.
little too jacked up in the back.
I could deal with the
Makes that
stance
easy.
and I could deal with the roof rack. I just don't like the exhaust, which I guess you can just take a Sawzall and cut it off.
So Soren likes pretty much all of it, but he doesn't want it.
Well, I'm comparing that to like all Volkswagen Beetles. I'm not a huge fan of Volkswagen Beetles, but I think that's a pretty good looking Volkswagen Beetle.
It's fine.
I thought you hated orange.
I don't
And
like
orange is a. What'd you say it was for cars?
I don't remember.
It was something offensive. The people that have orange.
I don't recall. It's probably one of those.
I think it was me that had orange. And you were offending me.
Yeah, I've seen enough of this.
Right.
I think I may have said something that about orange being appropriate for your
22,000.
Piaggio, and what does that say about orange in general?
Mm-hmm. All right.
That being
Trans
said-
Am, Beetle.
Trans Am.
Trans Am. I'm not liking the way this is going.
Yeah, don't worry. There's some good stuff.
1989 BMW Z1, which I'm always just fascinated by the doors.
It's a good thing they did those doors
I mean, it's
because that's what everybody's fascinated by.
other than that, it's kind of Hyundai-ish or Toyota-ish in overall appearance, but you just don't see doors like that very often. And I think that's kind of cool.
Yep, they're puzzling.
I've never seen one in real life, so I don't know. When you see a car in real life, you can get a better feel for how does it scale to you, kind of thing. So I don't know about that, but
Size, you mean?
just yeah.
So it's an E30 underneath. Basically, I think it's a little bit shorter in wheelbase. Maybe
it has to be shorter.
Yeah.
So
How about this? It's like
it's
a German Miata.
smaller.
It's
Yes.
a German Miata.
Yep.
And
Or first gen Miata.
yeah. How much is it?
Mid to 35,000 euro.
That would be
40-ish.
less than that, 36.5, something like that.
I like the seats.
But probably 40 once, minimum.
Well, it's in Europe too.
They're cool.
I think I would be willing to have that. That's just a basic E30 straight six engine.
Yep. 2.5.
Yeah, fine.
I don't know if I'd want a red one.
Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm other than a Ferrari, red's not my first choice for any car that I can think of. In a good blue or black or dark gray or a good green.
Sure. There are some in the U.S.
Yeah, I think just I think you need a bright colored one.
And I would forever think of it as an E30 Miata.
Okay. Trans Am Z1.
Trans Am. I don't know that I'd use that very much. I'd take that to like one of those retro car things. Then
Right.
maybe a couple times around town, and then probably
some cars and coffees, and show off the wacky doors.
Yeah. Treat it like a AutoZam.
Purely on the grounds of which one would I rather have, it would be that one.
Okay. Trans Am's a winner on that.
Bugatti Type 35C recreation by Pursang.
Oh my goodness.
You don't have to like it. I like it.
How many of these do we have to look at?
Every single one, ever.
Every week.
Yep. Anytime there is one, it's going to be on here. I like it. It's great colors.
I mean,
I like open
it's
wheel
not even
cars.
the correct blue.
I don't care if it's the correct blue. It's a good blue.
It's dark blue.
I like it.
It's got positive camber.
I would drive that around.
These Pursang cars are pretty cool.
In what respect?
They are a replica.
So a well-done replica?
I mean, it's a replica.
So
and I think all the way down to they cast their own blocks.
In-house by Pursang.
So pretty neat. I'm surprised it's that cheap, actually.
I'd still drive it around. Yeah. I like it better than the Firebird, but I know I'm alone.
Well, you're allowed to be alone. I don't think. Yeah, I think you're allowed to be alone driving that because I don't think there's any other way to do it.
I'm pretty sure you would definitely be driving that solo.
I believe there is a passenger seat.
Yeah, but two people aren't fitting
you're
in
not
that.
having a passenger in there.
What about a child?
No. I bet you might not even get one of your dogs in there.
Oh, I could get both of my dogs in there. That'd be awesome.
Well, there you go.
If I drove down your street, Bear, with me and two French bulldogs, it would be like your brain would explode.
Yeah.
Bear.
Yeah, I mean, that's fake. It's a good one.
Yeah.
But the Trans Am is better.
That's pretty easy. 2007 BMW M5 6-speed. I picked this specifically because last week we did an episode where we're picking cars for me at a certain price range.
That was not $17,900?
No, it was less than that.
Yep.
And it was very depressing.
It was depressing.
However.
Why?
Huh?
Why was it depressing?
There was a Mitsubishi Outlander on that list.
Because it was mostly crap.
That wasn't anything to do with me.
I know. I understand.
You were here for it.
You were. I mean, you witnessed it.
Yeah.
So it was to do with you.
And you had to have gotten a little bit depressed by that pick.
Yeah.
I was depressed by the whole thing.
However, you did pick an E60 M5
Yeah.
that was, I think, 10,000.
Yeah. It was in the budget.
And kind of got me thinking through the week. That might be the perfect winter daily driver.
It was an SMG car. Now, this is super duper cheap. This thing's got to have a bunch of miles on it. For a 6-speed car?
Yep.
Those are at least in the 30s.
Actually saw a 6-speed one on Facebook today for 20 something.
Yeah, me too. It was like 29, I think.
Yeah.
This is actually in good colors too.
It's in okay colors.
I mean, usually they have like some wacky interior, like that light gray, or I don't know. Good flying under the radar colors.
It is.
So is this a I'm willing to stretch my budget example?
Maybe.
How many miles are on this?
Oh, the pictures are great.
Ooh, 150.
50. Yeah.
Hey, are we going to look at receipts? Huh? Maintenance costs and such?
Well,
just because it doesn't say Aston Martin on it.
If those are present.
They're probably not. Oh my God. Holy 600 pictures? Nah, we don't have time for that.
I can scroll down.
They made like $30 a picture.
Good golly. Man, it looks to be, and I didn't think there were that many miles on it. Oh, there's one. $50 needs a new battery.
$4,300.
Coil packs.
Oh.
Throttle actuators.
10 coil packs, 10 spark plugs, 2 throttle actuators.
$4,000.
If that was an Aston Martin, that would have been 40 grand.
No way.
Would have been.
No way,
It would have
dude.
been enormous. Plus 10 million hours of labor.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No way.
All right. This or Trans Am?
For the money? It's going to be M5.
Also M5.
Ooh. Really?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I mean, it's under 20 grand.
Yeah, but
V10 500.
it's got 150,000 miles on it too.
You obviously just
saw
the latest maintenance record. No rod bearings done to it yet.
It's not the best colors.
Under $20,000 for a 6-speed M5.
Yeah,
and that Trans Am is exceptional
for $100,000.
But it didn't sell for $100,000.
Since when do you care about price, Bear?
Since I can get 500 horsepower for less than 20 grand.
All right.
With a 6-speed manual.
Okay. M6 it is. And now I'm going to pause because I have to go to the bathroom. And
oh, wait, it's going to be fucked up.
There we go. What's going to be?
Huh?
What'd you do? All right. Recording.
Next?
No.
No?
Yeah, next.
So am I crazy to think of that as the perfect winter beater?
No?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Why?
Because I saw a 996 turbo today.
Okay.
In the snow.
So maybe not perfect budget winter beater.
No, that's just a good budget daily.
Which you can drive in the winter. Assuming that it isn't deep snow.
I wouldn't buy it specifically for the winter, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Daily. All right. Next.
Please.
$392 Hemi powered 32 Ford Roadster Highboy.
I like it. That 392 Hemi, unfortunately, Chrysler product.
Well, who else builds a Hemi?
I mean, technically anybody could.
Who else does?
I don't know.
Yes, 392 is a Chrysler Hemi.
Did that have metal on one side, not on the other? Or did they just take it off in both those pictures, but it was on It's just hidden by the wheel.
What's going on here?
He's doing that weird thing where, oh my god, it doesn't have side hood covers.
I love the upholstery.
I can't own it.
I just dislike it.
And that the steering box.
Uh-huh. It's got
Oh.
some kind of sprint car steering going on.
You mean, is the steering box on the floor of the passenger area?
I don't know where it was.
Well, it looks like there's arms that come down the sides of the front with little levers.
The Heights independent rear suspension.
It's got numbers. I think it said somewhere it was a steel body. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, aside from
Louvers.
The missing sides, I like that a lot.
Side pipes.
Can't quite make out what
Boom
color
tubes.
it is. Is it blue?
It's black. Well, it said it was black, but it looks kind of blue.
I mean, either way, it's a good color.
Was it a 4-speed?
Probably not. Kidding me? All I saw was steering box.
It almost looks green in some pictures.
It's an interesting color.
Seems to be nicely done in many respects.
No.
Looks like there's a shifter on the floor.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that's just a low car deal.
It's a sprint car based
4-speed automatic
steering system.
Well, that or a M5 with a 6-speed.
M5.
Do.
Much more useful.
Fair.
Unfortunately. Next.
Next. Okay.
Next.
1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am 25th Anniversary Daytona 500 Edition. Sold for $14,000.
Are these turbocharged?
These are not turbocharged.
Why?
It's funny, though. You mentioned that. The hood was supposed to be for a turbo Pontiac engine. The Pontiac engine got canceled by GM, so they had to put the small block Chevy in it.
Because GM.
Yep. And they never turbocharged it.
But they thought, why waste the hood?
Yep. I think that design was already done.
Yeah.
So these were factory Recaro cars.
Ooh.
So all of the anniversary ones started life with Recaros. They might not still have them, but
right.
They all had an actual Recaro seat.
Did they come with carpet on the dash?
No, they did not.
Manual. 305.
Yep.
Right. Oh, this was before the old tune port deal.
83.
So I'm guessing that makes very little power.
There's the original wheels.
The wheels.
Yep.
Cool.
It's got GTA wheels on it now.
Are those T-tops?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's got the fog light block-offs. That must be the Daytona thing.
Yeah. So this kind of became this body. So these didn't have this chin spoiler and the side skirts and stuff until 86, I think. So they didn't have any of this, and they blocked these off, added this stuff, and the aero wheels kind of as a Daytona.
Yeah. Saw one of these on Marketplace recently.
Yep. So did I. I think that one was a little rough, though.
It was.
I figured this one would be a little nicer.
Yeah. Cool shift knob, dude. Power things.
Plastic just doesn't age well.
Well, it was a GM product. I guess it still is, really.
That certainly is still a GM product.
Okay. That or the 392 Hemi powered Roadster Highboy.
Oh, the Roadster.
Yep.
Okay. And my last one, modified 2005 Porsche 911 GT3.
Oh.
This is the last 996.
Yeah.
997 was 2006.
Are those the fried egg headlights?
Uh-huh.
They are.
They're the good ones.
The
though.
later ones. Yeah.
So they're better
Little
fried
bit.
egg headlights.
Look at what they called these.
I just don't think that's a good looking 911.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
It's a black GT2.
They're growing on me a
That's
lot.
got a big list of modifications to it.
That's a GT3.
Huh?
It's a GT3.
What do you mean?
You said it was GT2.
Oh, sorry. It's GT3 with a lot of modifications.
Yeah.
3.6 liter Mesger.
Yeah. That's factory. Really, these things are pretty good.
The wing doesn't seem like it belongs.
Why?
It just
Well,
doesn't
that was the thing.
seem like it belongs. It doesn't look like it goes there.
I think it does.
I like them.
I will say I really don't like the interior.
Yeah, the 997 did way better.
Yep.
But they don't look terrible in black. I think for the money. For a GT3.
That was the other reason I picked this
It's
one.
not bad.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what a 996 GT3
Well,
goes for.
I think we looked at one a while ago on the Marketplace that was white with a Pasha interior. Remember that?
Yeah.
I think that was 100.
Yeah, but it was all
It was gangstered
jacked up.
and I think it's still for sale. It was recently. I'm digging it.
Okay. How much are you digging it?
Well,
More than a Hemi powered 32 Roadster Highboy?
here's how I'm going to look at this.
Uh-huh.
They're both black.
Yeah. They are both black.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 996.
Soren?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Roadster.
Interesting.
I just don't want to spend that much money on a Porsche that I don't like the looks of.
How much was the Roadster?
More.
Oh,
Hyundai.
I gotta go Porsche. Porsche M5.
M5.
Do 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 do. And I'm going.
Much more obtainable.
What? Which one?
The one that's less money.
Obtainable.
And probably has more horsepower.
It definitely
has more horsepower.
And it's more of a daily driver.
So you would drive it more.
Yeah.
And you would feel less bad about driving it in cold
Well,
weather.
I would definitely feel less bad about driving it.
I'll tell you, it might be similar or cheaper
Well, that's
to
also what I
own
was
and
thinking.
operate.
It's
which
at
is
least
weird.
similar.
Yeah.
Do those have rose jointed suspensions? The GT3s and 996s.
I think some of it, and by rose jointed you mean like Hyman's.
Yeah.
You're talking about spherical bearings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think on the street cars they are.
I think spherical bearing is tighter but wears faster.
Yeah, it does.
Well, those are
aftermarket.
Yeah, this car's got a bunch of aftermarket stuff on it.
Oh. Well, I think I'm going to have to get my checkbook out by 9/11.
Why do you guys do this to me?
Because I'm practical and Bear's not.
What do you mean? I don't see why that 911 wouldn't be a daily.
It wouldn't be a daily.
In the summer, it would.
Maybe.
I wouldn't drive it today.
It would be a daily like my M3 is a daily.
Which is that
In
it's
the
not a
summer.
daily.
It would be more of a daily than that.
Would it?
It's got air conditioning.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't drive that in the rain if you can help it.
Yeah.
I would drive that in the rain. Maybe with not those tires.
That
I'd drive in the rain. That I'd probably even drive in the snow a little bit.
Yeah, as long as it's not deep.
That one I'd definitely drive in the snow. 150,000 miles.
Yeah.
I'm going to have it at least another 50.
Yeah.
And how much is it worth at 200,000 miles for a G60 M5?
10.
Maybe.
8.
It depends on the rest.
6. How many cylinders are left in it? I don't know.
Well, you've already picked.
I know.
GT3. You've already picked M5.
I just think for the money, you're getting...
I'm feeling very indecisive.
Almost as much fun, maybe more fun, I don't know. And a great deal more practicality. And almost no guilt.
Yeah, but that's a lot of car for 72,000.
It is.
And I wouldn't feel bad taking that to Mid-Ohio every once in a while. The M5 would be terrible.
Yeah. All right, GT3. Well, winner.
All right.
And it's black.
Yeah, black on black.
That's really why I picked it.
And it's got air conditioning.
Yep.
But they both do.
Well, the other one might not work.
It does.
How many miles are on this?
You know what? I didn't even look. 76,000.
Well, that's kind of a lot. But that's good. I mean, it's... Oh, and it's got exhaust.
Hang on a second. Looking at dyno sheets.
Dyno sheets?
And receipts.
Oh.
There's a lot of...
I don't want to look at
Yeah,
that.
but that's good stuff. That means it's well maintained.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, it's got mods. 370? 280 torque. Cool.
It's not shabby.
Yeah.
It's half.
It's not 500.
2/3.
It's definitely not 500.
Probably got the same amount of torque that the M5 does.
Yeah. I'm just going with this because I think that'd be a great car to own.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd at least be worth something after you screw it up.
Okay.
So on that terrible disappointment.
Who said it's disappointing?
I did.
I don't think that's correct.
All right. Well, on that not disappointment, like and subscribe and tell us if we're wrong.